Hello everyone, my name is Mitsuhiro Tagata. We are gonna study 6th grade mathematics again. Today's topic is variable in mathematical expressions and equations, and its advanced section. Before going on to explanations of the problems, let's look at the whole problems. Alright, this is part 1. Express the problem using equations with x and solve for x. So you are going to create equations and then solve the equation for x. And part 2. Part 2 is just a calculation of x. And part 3, the areas of trapezoid. You are going to deal with trapezoid and with a top base 2 centimeters and the bottom base of x centimeters and height. We are gonna write an equation using x and find the value of x. And part 4. This time you are gonna deal with a triangle. And again, you're gonna write an equation and find area or the height. And then part 5. This time you're gonna deal with parallelogram. This one. This time you are given an expressions, 2 kinds of expressions, and decide what those mean. And finally, part 6, you are gonna deal with a cube or a rectangular prism. Calculate the volume of the cube or rectangular prism and find the value of x. Okay, let's get started. Part 1. Express the problem using an equation with x and solve for x. And number 1. The total price for 6 packs of origami paper, each costing x yen, is 1,440 yen. So 6 packs of origami paper, 6, and each costing x yen. So x. So 6 packs is 1,440 yen. So 6x equals 1440. Number 2. You have X pencils. After receiving 2 dozen more, you have 40 pencils in total. So you have X pencils and then you receive 2 dozen more. So 2 times 12 equals 40. Number 3. You had x yen as allowance. After buying a magazine for 650 yen, so you subtract 650 from x, and then you have 1,350. So this is it. Okay, now let's go on to part 2. This is just a calculations. So number 1, x plus 34 equals 72. So you subtract 34 from both sides, equals 72 minus 34 equals 6, 12 minus 4 equals 8, and 6 minus 3 equals 38. So x equals 38. Number 2, you add 37 to both hand sides. 91 plus 37 equals 128. Number 3, 25 plus x times 3 equals 82. So let's subtract 25 from both sides. 3x equals 82 minus 25 equals Okay, 12 minus 5 equals 7. And 7 minus 2 equals 5. 57. Now let's divide both sides by 3. Equals 19. Number 4. X divided by 7. So x divided by 7 plus 13 equals 35. Let's subtract 13 from both sides. 22. Okay. 35 minus 13 equals 22. And let's multiply both sides by 7. Um, 54. Okay. Now let's go on to number 5. 37 minus x times 3 equals 25. Let's subtract 37 from both sides. Minus 3x equals 25 minus 37 equals negative 12. And let's divide both sides by negative 3. So negative means positive. So 12 over 3 equals 4. And number 6, 84 plus x divided by 12 equals 13. And let's multiply both sides by 12. 84 plus x equals 13 times 12. And 13 times 12 156. So equals 156. And subtract 84 from both sides. 72. And number 7. 48 divided by 16 minus x equals 16. And let's multiply 16 minus x. Let's multiply both sides by 16 minus x. So 40x equals 16 minus x. And before using this distributive property, just divide both sides by 16. Okay, so 48 divided by 16 equals 16 minus x, and this would be 3. So x equals, so add x both sides and subtract 3 from both sides. So 16 minus 3 equals 13. So this is it. And number 8, 6 times 30 minus x divided by 4 equals 102. First, let's divide both sides by 6. One 2 over 6 and 17. Okay, and let's subtract 30 from both sides. And let's multiply both sides by -4. So x equals, and negative means positive. So 13 times 4 equals 52. That's it. Now, part 3. The area of a trapezoid with a top base of 2 centimeters, a bottom base of x centimeters, and a height of 5 centimeters is 15 square centimeters. And number 1, write an equation using x. First, let's write down this diagram. Top base 2 and bottom base x, and height, and this is trapezoid, and height okay, this is perpendicular, and height is 5. Write an equation of using x. So this area is, if you write down another figure, and which is inverse of this one, you will get parallelogram, and this parallelogram's area is 2 plus x times 5. So if you divide this area by 2, you will get the area of this trapezoid. So this is the answer. And number 2, find the value of x. Equals 15. And find the value of x. So you solve this equation for x. First, let's let's divide both sides by 5. So 1/2 2 plus x equals 15 divided by equals 3. And let's multiply 2. Let's multiply both sides by 2. So 2 plus x equals 3 times 2 equals 6. And therefore x equals 4. This is the answer. Okay, let's go on to part 4. There is a triangle with a base of 8 centimeters, height of x centimeters, and area of y. Write an equation for the area of the triangle using x and y. So if you write a diagram, base of 8 and the height and this one, height of x and the area of y. So y equals 1/2 8 times x equals 4x. So write an equation. So equation will be y equals 4x. Number 2, find the area when the height is 6 centimeters. So height, that means 8x equals 6. So substitute 6 for x. So substitute 6 for x, y equals 4 times 6 equals 24. And number 3, find the height when the area is 90 square centimeters. So this time y equals 90. So in this equation, let's substitute 90 for y. 90 equals 4x. Let's divide both sides by 4 and turn around. X equals 90 divided by 4 equals, okay, 45. This is it, 45 over 2. Now let's go on to part 5. Okay, part 5. For the parallelogram in the diagram on the right, what do the following equations represent? X times 4. X times 4 is the area of the parallelogram. So number 1, the area of the parallelogram. And number 2, x plus y times 2 is 2x. This means 2x plus 2y. So x plus y plus y. This means perimeter of the parallelogram. So the perimeter of the parallelogram. Now let's go on part 6. Part 6. A cube with a side length of 12 centimeters is given. A cube. So cube is this is a square, and each side has the same length. So a cube with a side length of 12. So a side is 12 is given. If the length is increased by 3 and the width is reduced by 4, so length, width, okay, let's say this is length, so length is increased by 3, so 3, that means, and the width, let's say width is this one, so this is 12 but reduced, by 4, negative 4, to form a rectangular prism. So the resulting shape is something like this. Okay, so 12 plus 3 equals 15, and 12 minus 4 equals 8, and height is 12. The height must be x centimeter for the volume to remain the same as original cube. So this is not 12 but x. So you can write this equation. So the original cube's volume is 12 to the power of 3. And this rectangular prism's volume is 15 times 8 times x. So if you solve this equation for x, you can get x. So now let's write down this one. 12 times 12 times 12 equals x. So let's divide 15 and 8. So this one, 15, 8. Okay, so 3, okay, 2, okay, 6, 5, 2, this is it. This is it. So x equals 5, 3 times 12 times 2, 72. So this is it. Alright, that's it for today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you like it, please press the I like it button, and also please press the subscribe button. Now, see you later. Goodbye.